Yo guys, so there's not much light. It's actually only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're gonna get the news out. Sorry, first of all, actually, let me apologize for the past 2 days. No streams, no catch up. So I think maybe we can do it at the end of this video. So longer news. Not entirely sure. You guys can tell me how you feel about it in the comments. But no one's gonna do that. Anyways, so first off, we're just gonna talk about Ubisoft and then talking about making more long-term engaging live games. They doubling down on the system and they're going to make sure that going forward they're going to have more games like Rainbow Six Siege, and they're going to have things like For Honor and stuff. Even going into Assassin's Creed Origins, they said, I'm not entirely sure, see if I can find the article, but something about along the lines of that they're focusing more on taking more time to make a better game and more content for a single game as opposed to doing yearly releases or something. So it might be the end of the Assassin's Creed yearly franchise, but I guess that happened with Unity Syndicate problems, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, this is exactly what the guy said, so excuse me for reading, but the CEO said that our players not only play for more hours at a time, but do so over a period of months or even years. We are thus able to offer them new experiences and content, thereby extending the lifetime of our games. Then, long story short, they just want to make the games last longer. There's time for development, research cost, R&D, initial whatever initial costs, I guess, and then they just have to keep making content for the same game on an older engine or whatever. Easier than making a whole new game every year. So anyways, long story short, that's what they're talking about. Okay, anyway, so going on to some new news, Spyro's getting a remaster, and Indigo Kotaku did someone, I think it's Activision or something, I'm not entirely sure, don't quote me on it, I'll put the article down in the description, you guys can read it yourselves. Long story short, they're making a Spyro remastered soundtrack, visuals, enhancements, everything, so it's pretty much the same old game. Again, kind of like the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy, trying to go on. It seems to be the year of the remaster, last year, this year, everything and their mama is getting remastered, Dark Souls, Shadow of the Colossus, every single thing in the universe is getting a remaster. It seems like the new way to cash in on old licenses and IP, I guess. Not too bad. I mean, there are some studios that specialize in it, like the guys that made Shadow of the Colossus. Anyways, long story short, there is a remaster for Spyro. Next, we're going to go to 2 trailers. And those are trailers for mobile PUBG, so Chinese stuff for the cell phones and things. I guess they're gonna have a joystick on the right and just tap to shoot or something. We'll see what happens, how good it performs and things. See what happens if someone brings in their controller and their keyboard and mouse set up into their USB port off their phone. But we'll see what happens. Anyways. Down in the description there's a link, watch the trailer if you're excited for it. Otherwise, the trailer I'm guessing most of you are actually excited for is Kingdom Hearts 3. So there's some stuff with Monsters Inc. And they've got some things where Goofy is goofier, crazier, scary actually looking monster. Not scary in the sense rawr, but more scary as in yeesh. But anyways, there's that, and then I'm not entirely sure the main character, but he's a furry now. Someone said again, but you guys be the judge. If you're still a fan for the series, if you've been waiting all this time for a main release, here it is, number 3, this year sometime. Hopefully, I guess. Anyways, now to just talk about what happened this week. We're supposed to put some stuff, we're supposed to put some streams up. I had some things. I spent a lot of time searching for the Street Fighter event for Monster Hunter. It's Monster Hunter. Also wanted to do a stream for Destiny, which I think, I'm going to do tomorrow, because sales should be the same for PlayStation. I could maybe slip in a sales thingy for Xbox and PC, but I don't think that's my audience right now. Hopefully I am trying to extend it, but right now that's not my audience, and I can be dead ass about it because I know who's watching to the most part. If there is that stuff that you want, please tell me, then I will definitely make the video. Otherwise, I think I'm going to skip on the sales video tomorrow and do maybe a stream for the Crimson Days for Destiny or something, and maybe make the guide for Street Fighter. I have the video recorded, the footage recorded. I just need to voice over for a lot of stuff. I mean, there's always stuff on the back burner. So like, even though like you guys don't get the content, it's not a matter of like I'm too lazy or whatever. I have stuff. It's just that I don't think the quality or the reason to upload is enough. So that's kind of like an explanation to why sometimes you guys don't get uploads, and I apologize for not communicating with you, but that's the gist of it. Other than that, I don't really know what else is going on. I just watched Black Panther today. Started watching how to, is it not okay, or is it okay to try to pick up goals in a dungeon or whatever. I'm not entirely sure what the full name is. It's a long sentence, whatever. Watch that, and then Black Panther today. So after this video, I'm gonna do a first impressions. I wrote one down a really long time ago for, I think it was like one of the movies, whichever the vlog 001 is about. I think it was like Justice League or whatever. I wrote a review for it, but I didn't put it up because it was taking actually too much time. So I'm gonna make sure I get it done immediately after I record this. I'm gonna record my first impressions. It's going to be a more like talking free form thing, kind of like I'm doing now, so I guess it's better to just get into it. See you guys, thanks for watching, bye.